Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone. Today, I thought it would be fun to take some recordings of some other instruments that I've recorded, such as the tubular bells, wind chime, and the singing bowl, and process them through effects to make a sort of a ghostly Christmas bell sound, like a very haunting, long ringing, reverberating church bell almost. I thought about recording church bells, but didn't really have access to church bells to record, so I decided to make my own. I used both the hologram microcosm and also the Empress reverb, layered those together while sending these instruments through them. What spurred on this idea is I just recently watched A Christmas Carol, specifically the Scrooge version, the musical version. The musical version is one of my personal favorites. I think it is rather pertinent to today's political and economic climate. I always thought it would be interesting if the thank you very much scene was reframed contemporarily, say with a character like Jeff Bezos. There's a lot to be said about Charles Dickens, and there's also a lot to be said with how capitalism has progressed, yet the critiques of capitalism have largely remained the same, and not because they are without evolution, but more that the critiques fundamentally are still relevant today, with crony capitalism and the Gilded Age being more or less reborn contemporarily with our big tech oligarchs such as Elon Musk. I think it is important we still continue to point out their hypocrisies and also hoarding of wealth, and hopefully someday we can better reorganize our system so that all can share in the bounty and not just the few at the top. Because the movie features, 3 ghosts visiting you, and also the movie has a heavy emphasis on bells, I thought it would be interesting to make bells that are Christmassy that are also somewhat haunting. A sort of foreboding warning, but also a comforting sound. It is a paradox to think about, really, because to some it is ominous, while to others it is very friendly. And I think a lot of that has to do with familiarity. But I also think the idea of class and class warfare also plays a part into it, especially given the time of Christmas. So I think it's important to remind ourselves of what privileges we do have, but also call attention to those with the most privilege who are abusing said privilege for their own gain and not trying to help the world as a whole, citing mainly like the billionaire class, if you will, as primary examples of that. So hopefully they get visited by 3 ghosts and realize the crimes that they are doing, and the world can be a better place. Hopefully Christmas can be a blessing for us all, and not just the few with the means. And hopefully not everybody would have to work on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. Anyways, if you enjoyed this VST or video, please feel to like, comment, and subscribe. I've included a link in the bio of this video to a decent sampler library on Gumroad that I've made using these instruments. If you make anything cool with this, please feel free to share with me. I would love to hear. I hope you all get as much enjoyment from this as I have, and I hope to see you next time. Best, Patrick, and happy holidays.